Hi kids, welcome to today's English lesson. Today's topic is for, since, and ago. For. We use for to say how long. We use for plus a period of time in a sentence. For example, we have been in Shanghai for 2 months. Since. We use since to say how long before. We use since plus the start of the period. For example, Susan has been a nurse since 2005. Ago. We use ago with simple past tense. Ago means before now. For example, it rained a lot 2 days ago. In general, to refer to a point in time, we use since. And to refer to a length of time, we use for. Now, let's put the words in the correct columns, under for or under since. Look at the examples first. The phrase a long time represents a length of time, therefore we put it under for. The word noon is a point in time, therefore we put it under since. Now I will give you some time to finish the rest. Have you finished? Now let's look at the answers. On the left, under the category of for, we see phases that represent a length of time. For example, a couple of seconds represents a very short length of time. Or 3 centuries, which means 300 years, represents a very long length of time. On the right, under since, we can see phases that represent a point in time. This can be a month, such as March, or since 2007, which is a year, or an event, such as since the time you left school. Now let's do some practice. Task A. Fill in the blanks with for or since. Number 1. Mr. Lee has been a teacher 6 years. In this case, we see that 6 years is a length of time. Therefore, we used for. He has been a teacher for 6 years. Number 2. John and Mary have been married. They finished university. In this case, finishing university is a point in time. Therefore, we use since. Number 3. My father has worked in that factory 1990. Similar to question 2, 1990 is also a point in time. Therefore, we use since 1990. Number 4. My parents have had their house since they moved to London. This represents a point in time. Number 5. We have had this parrot only for 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a length of time. That's why we use for, much like 6 years is also a length of time, which is why we also use for. Now please take a moment to finish the rest of the practice. Practice. Task B. Fill in the blanks with for or ago. Number 1. We came to this town 6 months ago. Remember, ago means before now, and is usually used in a sentence in simple past tense. We know this sentence is in simple past tense because came is the past tense of come. Number 2. Chris has spoken Chinese for 12 years. We use for here because 12 years is a length of time. Number 3. My grandfather has been retired for only 4 months. Number 4. Our maths teacher bought a big house 3 days ago. We use ago because this is in simple past tense. We know it is in simple past tense because bought is the past tense of buy. Number 5. James has been a dentist for about 23 years. And now I'll let you try to solve the remaining questions. Practice. Task C. Circle the correct answer. Number 1. Our neighbor Sam has been a father since 2001. Number 2. The workers have been on strike since the beginning of this month. Number 3. Sam sold his motorbike 2 weeks ago. Number 4. They haven't eaten anything for 2 days. Number 5. My mother went to Georgia a week ago. Now you may try to solve the rest of the questions with what you have just learned. Practice. Task D. Answer the questions with ago. Question 1. When did you last see your father? If you saw your father in the past 2 hours, you can say, I last saw my father 2 hours ago. Question 2. When did you last eat a hamburger? If you last ate a hamburger yesterday, you could say, I last ate a hamburger 1 day ago. Question 3. When did you last go to the library? If you just came back from the library, you could say, I last went to the library not long ago. I'll now leave you to go through the last 3 questions. Remember, ago means before now, and is usually used in a sentence that is in simple past tense. Also, it often appears at the end of a sentence. Here are some examples. Practice. Task E. Fill in the blanks. Number 1. Mr. Johnson has worked for this company since 1980. Number 2. Kate hasn't eaten anything for 6 hours. Number 3. Peter has read 11 books since last weekend. Number 4. Jason and Clara have been friends for more than 10 years. Number 5. I haven't seen my uncle for a long time. For the remaining questions, I'll leave these for you to solve. Please complete the following exercise by filling in since, for, or ago. Now, let's go through the answers. Number 1. I haven't been to London since last spring. We use since here because last spring is a point in time. Number 2. This factory has produced cars and lorries for about a century. We use for here because a century is a length of time. Number 3. I miss my friend Jane very much. We haven't seen each other for ages. Again, we use for here because ages is a length of time. Number 4. Teresa took her car to the mechanic 10 days ago. Remember, ago means before now, which means that this happened 10 days before now, or 10 days ago. Number 5. Today is Monday, so my mother has stayed in the hospital for about 12 days. In this case, 12 days is a length of time, which is why we use for. And kids, that's it for now. I hope you had fun learning. Bye-bye.